It may sketch you out initially because you're like, wait a second. 2009 Honda Fit. This is the second generation, and I am actually very excited to drive this because these have quite a reputation. They're known for being very low on power, but very lightweight with great inputs and a ton of fun. It's Honda doing what Honda does best. We're powered by a 1.5 liter naturally aspirated single overhead cam inline 4, making 117 horsepower, 106 pound-feet of torque with a 6,800 RPM redline mated to a 5-speed manual transmission. Now this has a highly rigid unibody chassis that actually utilizes 54% high tensile steel, which is 14% more than the first generation Fit. We have strut front and torsion beam suspension in the rear. It weighs in right around 2,500 pounds, but the owner, Tommy from Speed SF, you may have seen his articles online, he's actually modified this for both street and track. We have Silver's Neomax coilovers with 8K front and rear. There's actually 6K front and 3K in the rear previously, but he wanted a little bit more rear rotation, so he went stiffer in the rear and also wanted it a little bit firmer for the track. Progress rear sway bar, we have Hawk ER1 front brake pads, hybrid racing shifter, these solid steering rack bushings that are actually designed for the S2000, they fit in here. We have Konig Dekagram 15 by 7.5 wheels. Although they look very similar to my Konig Hypergrams, I think these are Hypergrams just like on my Miata. Wrapped in Nankang CR-S 205 section width. We have an Injen SP intake and an OMP RT carbon seat. Full mod list, as always, is down in the description. I gotta say, this bucket, this OMP bucket, looks really nice. Very high quality leather. It almost feels too nice considering the rest of this car is very much budget. Very premium on this bucket seat, and it's actually very supportive too. We have no traction control, although we do have ABS. And a very upright seating posture. Very short car, and although the windshield is quite a ways ahead of you, there's a very short overhang. And you can really feel where the front wheels are. Good amount of visibility, lower belt line. I like that. Rev happy, little Honda 4-cylinder, but it doesn't make much power. You can hear that VTEC crossover point right around 5,500 RPM, which you couldn't even hear stock, but with this intake, it makes that more audible. Also adds about 4 or 5 horsepower, which is welcome because the car is only rated at 117 at the crank. Makes a lot less power than a Miata and weighs about 100 pounds more than an ND Miata. Front end, very sharp. And the steering with these bushings and with the alignment and such actually feels quite good. You have good mid-corner load up. It's actually quite communicative. Honda knows inputs, man. Even in a car like this, they get the inputs right. The transmission has this nice notchy mechanical feel. It's positioned really nicely with this longer shift knob. Brake pedal is super soft initially, then you have to really get into it to slow the car down. And as you do so, the pedal positioning, I will admit, is not ideal for heel toe. A little bit of a learning curve because you push the brake pedal so far down that you're now hitting the side of the throttle pedal with the side of your foot. So just have to be mindful of that. What a cool car. I love these older, lightweight, whimsical vehicles. They're just so fun to push hard. They're cheaper. They're usually lighter weight, and they have this character to them, which I absolutely adore. They're some of my favorite cars to review. Oh yeah, you can actually feel the rear end wanting to rotate a little bit. It may sketch you out initially because you're like, wait a second, 8K rear and torsion beam rear suspension. This thing's gonna get super unsettled. But it's actually workable. We have an open diff which is not a big deal because with such little power, you're not really going to overwhelm the front end. You're not going to put down the traction quite as reliably when you are chucking it around, but it's going to be hard to get that one tire fire unless you're really transferring the weight and really chucking this thing hard. And while the car is firm, it's not punishing on a road like this. Oh yeah, you can really feel the rear end wanting to come out. Oh, what a fun little car. Oh, getting some chirp at the front end. You can hear the VTEC right around 5,500, but you can't really feel the VTEC, which is funny. Yeah, brakes require so much travel. They're actually a little bit of a learning curve because they otherwise feel a bit sketchy because you have to really get into them to slow down. But once you get into them, then you can really modulate them because there's so much travel that you have the resolution. Really love the front end and the steering on this car though. Quite sharp, quite responsive, and really quite communicative too. Throttle response, very natural. So when you do get around the weird pedal positioning, you can heel toe without issue. Great etiquette today. It really tells you a lot about what's happening in the front end when you do overwhelm the front axle. You can feel that immediately. What a great little whimsical car. I love this thing, man. The owner, Tommy, has optimized for fun with this car. Not lap times, not bragging rights, not street cred or street presence. Let me give you a pulse so you can see what 120 horsepower feels like. Yeah, it's kind of slow, but that's okay. Momentum car, slow car fast, right? This car's not about lap times, it's about the smile on your face. The coilovers are a little bit, you can tell they're not top shelf stuff. You have a little bit harshness on initial impact, but you have good body control. You have what you need for a car like this to enjoy it both on the street and on track. These are a ton of fun. I mean, lower cost, lighter weight, good chassis rigidity, low power, but a very smooth, rev-happy engine, great inputs. I mean, what else do you want? This is a car that puts a smile on your face when you start pushing the G-forces. You're not going to really get much excitement mashing this up to redline, but I think the slow car fast mentality is very well embodied by this car as you start chucking it around the corners. It's a lot of fun. Great setup by the owner, Tommy, and he's actually going to be listing this soon for sale. So if you're interested, check out the link in the description. Much love, my friends, and I'll see you all in that next one.